Going on, fam? This storm's looking pretty rough. I went ahead and went live. I'm sure other people might as well here soon. We're out here looking at this storm in Oklahoma. This one's looking pretty rough. Out here by Stratford, King, Kanawha. Got some pretty solid rotation going on in it. Today's been pretty quiet though for what's been going on so far. With our big threat. Pull up the pivotal weather. Okay, where's our day one tornado? Yeah, so this was our tornado threat for today. So far, it's been pretty quiet. We really haven't had any thunderstorm warnings until the last 20, 30 minutes. And this one looks like it's picking up a little bit. Pretty sure Max will probably go live soon, hopefully. Need one of the big dog streamers online. This one is looking a little concerning. Out here in Oklahoma. If I get a 3D view of it. It's got a big hail core, but it's in the area. Keep a close eye on it and see what this thing does. National Weather's checking it out at 3 different elevations, 4 different elevations. You have a couple other storms picking up too. There's one up in Michigan that's looking a little rough up here. We got 2 severe thunderstorms up here in Michigan. I mean, it's really far from the radar, but you can definitely see this thing looks like it's really hard to say all the hail and how far it is from the radar, but this one looks like it was showing signs of rotation a couple scans back. Yeah, you come back to here, got a little bit of green and red. Could be just all this hail throwing it off, but yeah, this one's severe warning too as well. Everything's just kind of picking up all of a sudden. We got severe warnings all over the place. No tornado warnings yet, but stuff is looking a little wild, I'd say. We're definitely gonna get some nasty weather tonight, I think, like for as and like thunderstorms and hailstorms. Listen to Brandon Kopic, and he was saying that we're gonna get a lot of nasty hailers every night. But I figured I'd up on here and stream for a couple minutes, see if if anything picks up. But yeah, there's a couple storms looking a little interesting right now. I think my mic's working. Yeah, it's working. Okay. All right. We'll go back down here to these other two storms. So we have what? We have one in Michigan, Arkansas, then Oklahoma. We got quite a few. Is that Missouri? We got a warning or severe thunderstorm warning in Missouri now? Yeah, back down south. So Oklahoma City. Yeah, this one's looking the most concerning to me. Yeah, this one's picking up some rotation. Pretty sure Max is probably going to hop on soon. This keeps picking up. I'm pretty sure Max will start his stream. If he hasn't already. We got, let me see how many severes we got going right now. This out of the way. So we got two over here. We got the one here. And we got there's four up in Michigan now. My goodness. Michigan's getting hammered up there tonight. Hold on a second. Let me see if Mac's gone live yet. Oh, nope. I don't think Mac's gone live yet. I'm all by myself. Well, I guess I can watch the storms with you guys till anybody else shows up. All right. So, how you doing, Steve Fletcher? Are you concerned about your area tonight, Steve? Do some weather checks for anybody in chat if you're just hopping in and you're concerned about your area. So we do have some possible severe weather tonight. This is what we're looking at tonight for severe weather. It's been a really quiet day. I guess some of the storm chasers called it a bust, but they're still saying we're probably gonna get some nasty thunderstorms and hailstorms tonight. But weather's just very unpredictable sometimes and crazy things can happen. But this is what we're looking at here for the tornado chances today. It was 2% in the green, 5% in the red, and then our hail. This is our hail threat. So we got a huge area of hail threat that's supposed to be going on through the night. I think Ryan Hall said this was supposed to happen all night long. All these hailers, like up until through the morning. And then our wind, pretty much about the same size. And then our categorical for today. I haven't had a single rain or thunderstorm in Ohio yet today where I'm at. So it's been pretty mild and chill in Ohio. It's been a really hot, windy day though. It looks like National Weather is watching this one pretty closely. They're measuring it at a bunch of various different degrees from 2,700 feet all the way up to 13,000 feet. But it could be just a nasty hailstorm. Got to keep an eye on it. St. Louis, question. I don't remember. I know there's radars. This is St. Louis right here, I think, isn't it? No, that's Kansas City. I have to pull up the world map. St. Louis, Missouri. Fort Smith. Springfield. I gotta move the radars around because this is like the local site. Hold on. Let me pull up Google Maps. I don't want to move the radars at the moment because I have them all set up on certain storms, like these ones up in Michigan. They're looking a little rough. This one's actually looking a little concerning, but it's just so far away from the radar you can't really. Oh, this isn't in Michigan. This is the one in Arkansas, Missouri. Well, I should be able to see St. Louis on this one. That's Kansas City. I thought St. Louis was there. Here's St. Louis. Yeah, St. Louis is definitely in the threat tonight, I think. These storms are heading right towards St. Louis. That's our line right here. These are thunderstorms. They're going straight towards St. Louis. Yeah. So this one did have some rotation too. I thought this was up in Michigan. This one's right on the border of St. Louis and, or I mean, Arkansas and Missouri. I mean, it's got some rotation. We got our greens and reds right here. Well, that's also in the hail core, so that could just be getting thrown off by the hail core. So it's really hard to say at this time and point. As you can see, like, yeah, this like where it's picking this up is like directly on top of the hail, so the hail might be throwing it off the radar. So I don't know for sure if that's rotating or not. It's probably not. It's probably just the hail, but it is severe wind. Got to keep a close eye on everything. I'm not going to make any calls on anything tonight. You know, I'm just going to look at the weather as what it is because I'm a storm spotter. I'm not a meteorologist, so I'm going to go basically off of what National Weather says or a meteorologist comes online. So just going to keep an eye on everything. That one down here was looking. So one down here in Oklahoma is why I turned on the stream. Was I thought it was looking pretty rough, but looks like it's kind of broadened out more. It had some pretty good rotation a couple scans back, about 15 minutes ago. We're back in here. Yeah, this is looking a little concerning back in here. But looks like it's really kind of broadened itself out. Then again, it could be picking right back up or up here. Just gonna have to keep an eye on this one. I'm actually surprised how calm today has been. It's been a really mild day today. I thought we were going to at least get hammered by rain in Ohio today, just with how this outlook looked for the day. I thought we were going to get a bunch of rain, and it's just kind of been great not to get any rain. The yard's still drying out. Man, we go back up to Michigan. That was the one I was looking at a minute ago. Up ahead. Off. See, this Grand Rapids radar is so far away from this. It's kind of in a bad spot. This radar and this radar is like really far from these storms, but yeah, this was the one I saw. It's looking a little wild. Like right here, yeah, this is up in Michigan. That again, it might be the hail core, but it's just really far from the radar. It's looks like the hail's just completely disappeared on these scans, so I'm not sure what's going on with this one. I guess we could take a 3D view of the storm and take a look and see what it looks like. Yeah, lots of rain. Yeah, see, this is a pretty sloppy look. It's so far away from the radar. We don't even have a really good look at the 3D view. A little band of high velocities up here, somewhat. At least that's what the radar's picking up from that far away. Wanted to try to look at it from the other radar too as well. It's getting closer to this radar. I don't even know the name of this one because I never use it. KPX Gaylord, Michigan. I'm using a GR2 analyst. I got everything linked in the description. I have like in the description as well. You know, I basically just stream, help people out if they're concerned about their weather, and I got a whole list of weather streamers and storm chasers in the description, and I got a link to two different radars, two I use. I have GR Analyst on my computer, GR2. It's just a free trial with that thing, and they raise the price on it, but it's gotten pretty expensive. And then the other one I use is Radar Omega on my phone. This one's like the Mega Information Radar app. It tells you everything. Yes, I got a much better 3D view from this radar. It feels like it's got a lot better definition on the storm part. Showing about the same. We kind of got like that band of higher velocities up here in the upper part of the storm. Basically looking the same on both radars. Guessing that's our band here where you kind of see it lighter green. Big, like, huge, broad rotation in this area. Nothing to be really concerned about, but I mean, you could just tell the storm's actually rotating. I'm assuming so. It is still awfully close to that hail. The hail core keeps kind of popping in and out. So it looks like, yeah, we do have some hail here and then here. Do you have any reports in the storm at all? I don't think we do. Yeah, there's no reports or anything on these storms yet. They had a flood watch going on out here. They're basically severe warning everything that comes off the coast here of Michigan. Take a look at that Oklahoma storm again. It's doing its thing. Looks like a classic Oklahomian storm. The old giant rotating supercell as usual. It's actually getting bigger. Actually, yeah, I'm gonna do a cutout of a much bigger area, and you can see how this thing's kind of grown over the last 30 minutes. Yeah, you see how much bigger it's gotten in the last couple minutes? It's actually getting a lot bigger. This thing's really picking up its strength. The further, look how small it is. Just look, okay, this is like in just the last 5 minutes, how big this thing has gotten. It's just growing, growing, growing. It's getting big. Storm's getting pretty big and beefy now. This thing's really getting stronger now. It's growing in size. Sure, if this keeps going in the same direction, Max will probably hop on. Yeah, if anybody's concerned about their area, just type city and state or county and state in chat, and I can pull up your area for you. We're supposed to be seeing some pretty severe weather all throughout the night. I think it's even in the morning too. I have to pull up Ryan Hall's actual stream that he had for the day. See, I can pull that up now. Sterling storm is developing.
It's Friday, April 18th, 2025, and we've got a lot to talk about today.
I'm going to link this video for you guys in the chat.
Weather outbreak that's about to shape up across the plains and Mississippi Valley through this Easter weekend. It's going to impact millions of people from Texas all the way up into southern Canada, honestly. So let's dive right into that. Starting off with the Storm Prediction Center Day 2 outlook. This is for tomorrow, Sunday, April 19th. We've got a 2 out of 5 stretching from west central Texas, including the Dallas-Fort Worth Metroplex up northward through Oklahoma and into Missouri. There is also a marginal risk of severe weather that expands beyond that up through the Ohio River Valley into western portions of Pennsylvania. We can expect some strong storms out there tomorrow. Now, what's causing this? Well, it's something that we've been talking about for a few days here. We're looking at that same upper level trough over here that is swinging by into Saturday afternoon, which starts to eject out over the plains as it takes on a little bit more of a negative tilt. You see what I'm talking about there? I really hope that of all of the troughs that we've been talking about over the past several months, I hope that I'm properly communicating the idea of the negative tilt to you. You see how this thing is pointed this way at the beginning, and then as I pull this forward, it's tilted more this way. There's a swing that's happening there from a positive tilt to a negative tilt. Anytime that happens with our jet stream winds here, especially when there's an increased jet streak on the bottom side of that, it's a recipe for severe weather, especially in spring, which we are right in the heart of right now. So as we go into the day tomorrow, we are going to see an increased amount of CAPE, convective available potential energy, specifically interacting with the parts of storm fuel. It's all focused down here, so that's where we have the greatest probability of severe weather for tomorrow. So putting all this together, this is what the radar could look like around 2 p.m., 3 p.m., 4 p.m. tomorrow. Notice storms forming over here in west central Texas up into the Wichita Falls area, down near Altus, Oklahoma. There's going to be some storms up here near Oklahoma City as well. These storms are going to get stronger and likely remain supercellular all the way through 6, 7, 8 p.m. It looks like Wichita Falls is honestly going to be the target area, maybe around Vernon, Texas as well, in the Red River Valley here north and west of the DFW metro. It doesn't look like these storms are going to be impacting you guys much at all on Saturday, but notice how this congeals into a major line of potentially damaging winds as it goes through Oklahoma, and more supercellular storms start forming back here even as we go into the early morning hours on Sunday in Texas. So this is
yeah, we got a lot of, basically a 3-day episode of nonstop storms. I think they're going to be going all throughout the night. So he's saying even on Sunday morning. My goodness. Let me pull back up the SBC Outlook. So this is our day 1 tornado. Let's look at day 2. So yeah, it's basically going to be just down in this area here that he was talking about for tomorrow. Then all throughout tomorrow night and into Sunday morning. Day 3, categorical. Okay, so then it's going to be out more. Basically Arkansas, Missouri, Louisiana, Illinois on Sunday. We don't have the tornado outlook for day 3 yet, which would be Sunday, but we'll get that here in a little while. Should pop up sometime after midnight. Yeah, the storm chasers were pretty much calling it a bust today, but I went to go make dinner and I looked at the computer screen. It's like, holy crap, we had 0 thunderstorm warnings, and all of a sudden we have like 5. So it looks like stuff's starting to pick up for the evening. I don't know if we're going to get any tornado warnings, but these storms do look nasty regardless as for, like wind and hail. Max released another forecast for today. Pull up Max. So Max dropped a video about 14 hours ago.
A powerful storm system is set to impact the United States over the next few days, and this will bring some significant severe weather, including damaging winds, large hail, and tornadoes, all the way from the central and southern plains back into the Midwest and the Ohio Valley. Additionally, a major flooding threat is possible this weekend in already very saturated areas in the central plains and the Mississippi River Valley. So in today's forecast, we are going to break down exactly what you need to know about the weather that'll be impacting the United States over the next 7 days.
Thing keeps getting bigger.
What's happening across the country today, and right now we still have some big storms happening all the way back up into the Midwest.
Like Max's video too, his forecast video.
Was able to ramp up last night and is now moving across Wisconsin, and will be moving through Michigan later this morning. And unfortunately, this is the area of thunderstorm activity that brought significant severe weather in and around Omaha. We ended up having a small-scale tornado outbreak last night, which we were covering live on this channel.
That was crazy.
Really crazy. We even had
yes,
a
it did.
emergency with multiple different large large
Tornado
that were
emergency
happening.
last
Really
night.
got
That was
crazy
nuts.
there for about a couple of hours. But that system's now moving to the east, and we could have another round of severe weather today in the Midwest. But more
This is our
importantly,
Oklahoma
this is gonna
storm
be a
right here.
front that stretches all the way from Texas into the Great Lakes. So today is going to be another long day, I think, of severe weather. Elsewhere, we do have some showers and thunderstorms starting to ramp up in the southern plains. A lot of moisture coming out of the Pacific. We should have a much more organized risk of severe weather as we go into
Yeah,
later
this
today
just
and
looks
as
like a
well
really
tomorrow.
choppy, nasty hailer right here. I mean, we can't really see anything on a 3D view because that hail is just all over the place in there, just turning this into like a glob of mess. This storm has a lot of hail. All that hail. Definitely got a big, broad rotation, though. Doesn't look nearly as bad as it was. Hey, Hurricane Juice, add me on Discord. Add me on Discord, Hurricane Juice. I want to talk to you. Zugster81. Right here. Add me on Discord. How many severe thunderstorm warnings we got now? So we're up to we got 7 severe thunderstorm warnings right now. I'll go look back up in Michigan. Looks like they dropped all but one here in Michigan. So I'm seeing it wrong. Yeah, they dropped all the severes up in Michigan except for one of them. That's just crazy. I don't know why they dropped on this one. It's still got a bunch of hail. They still look like pretty big chunky storms to me. Yeah, not that big. Still got hail though. So looks like it's calming down in Michigan a little bit. Nah, there's no form. I just want to talk to you in person. I know you've been coming in here a lot ever since I started streaming. I just want to talk to you. All right, I'm gonna continue listening to Max's forecast.
Areas. Now let's talk more about the severe weather potential for the next few days, and we'll begin with what's happening today, which is Flying Fences Friday. We have a large slight risk of severe weather, which goes from the Great
Flying
Lakes
Fences
into
Friday.
Texas. This includes areas like Chicago, St. Louis, all the way back to Oklahoma City, Joplin, Missouri, and just outside of Dallas, Fort Worth. And the marginal threat does extend back up into the Great Lakes and a little sliver there of Texas into Indiana. Now, our main concern for today will be large to very large hail, and this is mainly going to be a concern this afternoon and evening in Oklahoma and Texas. This is where we think that there could be some apple-sized hail out of a couple of storms. And for the record, this is not very different from what we saw yesterday in terms of our little tornado outbreak that we had in both Iowa
Wonder if
and
they're thunderstorm warning risk
Generally
because this
speaking,
back
this
end
will be
looks like
definitely
it's
more
kind of
of a hail
rotating.
risk than anything else here across parts of Oklahoma.
Kind of got
as
some
well
bright
as
greens
into
in there.
Texas. Our tornado risk for today is a bit smaller than what we had at least outlined yesterday, but a couple of tornadoes will be a possibility in parts of the Midwest. They have removed the tornado risk from both Wisconsin and Michigan, mainly due to capping concerns, which basically means that we'll have basically something that's preventing storms from developing, and it should prevent our tornado risk from even occurring in these areas. But I still wouldn't rule out an isolated tornado risk. But I think overall, even our tornado risk across the Midwest is going to be conditional today, including areas like St. Louis, Chicago, and Indianapolis. Our more elevated tornado risk will be in central and southwestern Oklahoma and into North Texas. There is a 5% tornado risk outlined by the Storm Prediction Center, which does include Wichita Falls and Oklahoma City. So definitely make sure that you're staying weather aware here. This will kick off in the very late afternoon and early evening. By tomorrow, our risk of severe weather doesn't really move a whole lot. It will shift slightly further down to the south, where we do have a large slight risk from southern Missouri back through Dallas and Fort Worth in North Texas, and then a marginal threat through Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania into the Ohio.
Hey, basketball. No, I've never done any hurricane stuff. I mean, I've watched the hurricanes on Ryan Hall and Max Velocity stream before, but I just started streaming like a week or two ago. Basketball right now, we just have like big hailers coming. We don't have any tornado warnings right now, but things have just kind of started picking up this evening. This is just a storm out here in Oklahoma. We have a couple severe thunderstorms right now. This is our track basically going through here. I mean, he's got some seriously big hail, like 1.75-inch hail in Garvin, Oklahoma. And this one in Pontotoc, Oklahoma, we had 1.75-inch hail. And this one's heading northeast towards in Oklahoma by Bing, Francis, Saskatchewan, Spalding, Holdenville. Just heading northeast up in this direction. Right now, it's just looking like a really big, nasty hailer. But I'm going to keep an eye on it for a while. Yeah, it's heading northeast. Looks like it's going to be basically heading up through the same line of storms here that's going all the way up through St. Louis. Like, it's just going to keep going northeast throughout the night. Oh, let me pull up the storm prediction center thing for you real quick. Right here is basically our 2% chance for tornadoes throughout the evening. The green here, this is a 2% chance. The red's a 5%. But we really haven't had that many storms forming yet. Things are just starting to pick up. So right now, it's looking pretty good. But things can change on a dime with weather. So just if you're in that 2% area, keep your phone nearby, in case you get an Amber Alert. Right now, I don't see anything like extremely threatening at the moment. But new storms keep forming up, and like this one keeps getting bigger and stronger. So I'm gonna keep an eye on it. I'm gonna go look back up near Missouri and Arkansas now, kind of see what these storms are doing now, because I haven't looked at them in a while. Thought we had more than just 2 thunderstorm warnings up here. Oh yeah, I gotta move it forward. Here we go. Okay, yeah. The radar was set back a ways. Okay, so this one looks like it is rotating a little bit. Kind of got a little bit of rotation going here. I mean, probably pretty broad, but yeah, it's definitely got a big broad rotation on this one. Oh, we got a report here. So this report says, okay. Thunderstorm wind damage, Benton, Arkansas. Tree blown down, emergency management. So it looks like this whole line of storms, yeah, they're just going northeast, are basically going to be really nasty, windy, haily, and causing all kinds of problems. Hey, Hurricane, if you talk to me after the stream tonight in Discord, we can work something out. I'd rather have you on our team than against us, so talk to me on Discord tonight after I end the stream. Look, I'm just trying to help people here, man. If you want to help too, then I'm down. Just let me talk to you after the stream on Discord. If I need to focus on the weather right now while I'm still doing this. It might be a short stream tonight too. If we don't get any tornado warnings, I'm not gonna be on that late. But you never know though. This might be a late night, or things could pick up in the middle of the night. I don't know. So I'm gonna be looking at the weather all night long, regardless of whether I'm streaming or not. But yeah, I want to kind of keep an eye on things. This one's definitely got rotation here. Is that the best radar we have on that? Yeah, this is kind of in a spot. Might be better on KINX. Let me see if I get anything connected to that. Let's check this one out. Got some rotation. This one's heading right over Siloam Springs. You need to download Discord then, Hurricane. All mods got to be on Discord, and it's just like a general rule. Yeah, this thing just got big and came out of nowhere itself, and it's just turning into a big old supercell itself. Looks like it's growing. Yeah, we just got a whole band of hailers coming right through this area.
Ohio Valley. Generally speaking,
Keep
this is
listening
gonna
to
be some
Max's
isolated hail and wind. We're not really expecting much of any tornado risk in this area. But once again, our hail risk is elevated in Texas. We could see some more destructive hailstones tomorrow afternoon and evening in parts of central Texas and north Texas, where hail could be as large again as the size of apples. Apple-sized
Apple
hail.
hail. Oh my
3 days
goodness.
in a row. Our tornado risk is also a bit more elevated. We have yet again another 5% tornado risk in place.
This is tomorrow.
And back through areas in North Texas, just outside of the Dallas-Fort Worth Metroplex, and then a 2% tornado risk, including western Arkansas and southeastern Oklahoma. Once again, a few tornadoes are going to be a possibility. Sunday is a really weak.
Pause it there on Sunday for a minute. Yeah, I don't think Ryan went into each day into this much depth. I'm curious what Max is going to say about Sunday. This is the Oklahoma storm. Ooh, you got another one back here forming too. Yeah, this whole line's just firing up right now. This whole line's firing up. We got storm after storm firing up here. See what National Weather's measuring this at 4,700 feet all the way up to 21,000 feet with a 1.4 strength. Okay, so this is actually picking up its rotation a little bit. It's getting a little stronger. So this one might become a threat soon here. National Weather's looking at it really closely. They're logging a bunch of measurements on it throughout the height of the storm. This one might become a problem. And it keeps getting bigger and bigger. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, you can definitely see now. Look where we got the greens and the reds. Here's the big broad rotation on it. It's twirling down through there. That's a horrible picture drawing, but you can see it, right? You can see where our rotation's coming together here in the middle. The storm's definitely picking up. This one might get 20-1 soon if it keeps looking like this. So the night isn't over yet. It looks like things are starting to heat up. We might get some streamers online soon. This is in Oklahoma. Right here, we're in Oklahoma right now. We got a whole line of storms coming up through Texas, Oklahoma, and Arkansas/Missouri. This is our storm track for tonight, our outlook for the prediction center. The green is a 2% chance for tornadoes. The red is a 5%. This is where we're going to see all the severe weather throughout the night. Things are starting to pick up. This one just come out of nowhere, and this thing is rotating right as it starts to grow. I think I'm about to pop open another radar, or I can take the Michigan one and bring it down here. I'm going to get a radar down in Texas. I'll do that right now. Let me take the Michigan radar down there. All right. We don't have any severe storm warnings up in Michigan anymore. They just let them all drop off. We definitely look like we have a bunch of big, nasty hailers in Michigan, though. Bunch of hail here in McBain. These are these heading northeast? Before I move this radar, I want to see. Looks like they're moving slightly north, mostly east. It's kind of out in the middle of nowhere, though. But yeah, definitely some nasty hailers going through Michigan. All right, I'm going to go down to Texas now. This new big boy just started up on us. Oh my goodness. Look at that massive hail core in this thing. Ooh. What radar am I connected to right now? Where did it put me? Oh, it put me in Dallas. I don't know if Dallas is going to be my best one. Fort Worth radar. See right there, we got some either rotation or just pure hail, one or the other. Most likely it's rotating in the environment we're in tonight, though. I don't know if I can get a view of the storm yet. Looks like the storm's just in its beginning stages, but it's just forming a ton of hail. My goodness. This thing's like a big solid block of ice. I'm going to hop up to a different radar, see if I can get a better look. Is there a certain area you're worried about, Franz? There's a certain area, just type in the city, state, or county and state in chat, and I can pull it up for you, kind of let you know if anything's coming your direction tonight. Same for anybody else. Is there any new people that just hopped in? Type in your city or state, and I can kind of let you know if anything's coming in your direction tonight. Kind of have an idea where all the storms are forming now and heading. Right now, all we have is just windy hailstorms at the moment. It's really all the information we have. Storms are just starting to fire up. All right, I want to take a listen to Max Velocity's day 3 forecast real quick. So right here on day 3, this is our outlook for day 3. Let me pull it up too. Our SBC outlook. So this is day 1 tornado, which is tonight, and then day 2. We don't have a day 3 for tornadoes yet, but we have our day 3 categorical. This is basically what Max is talking about right here.
weird day because Sunday has the potential to be an outbreak, but I think there will be some problems with this setup. The Storm Prediction Center, for the time being, has a large marginal and slight risk of severe weather in place, stretching from central and southern Illinois back into Texas. This could easily become something more concerning as we get closer. It's going to depend a lot on our mesoscale features. The synoptic setup right now for this setup is really impressive. We have a very strong trough and also a lot of wind shear, but it's going to come down to our mesoscale features. For right now, though, I would at least expect scattered severe weather with damaging winds, hail, and a few tornadoes being a possibility. If the mesoscale features look a lot better when we get closer, there could easily be strong tornadoes on Sunday. Now let's talk more in detail about our tornado risk and the timing for severe weather. We'll begin with our tornado risk for today. And notice how our significant tornado parameter values
Talking about our tornado risk for today
this afternoon across parts of Illinois, Michigan, and even in the Midwest. But generally speaking, it's going to actually take a supercell to form here for this threat to be materialized.
Anybody wants to watch this full video, I'm going to link it in chat again. This is max velocities forecast for today.
And I don't really think we're going to see much of anything there. But once we get closer to 6 to 7 o'clock, I do think the tornado risk will start to increase. You'll notice that the values really increase anywhere from Texas and Oklahoma back into Missouri and Illinois. It's going to take a discrete supercell at surface base for this activity to really start to materialize in more of a tornadic-driven threat. But I think overall, it's going to be a lot of hail and wind. This is eventually by 9 to 10 o'clock. We still have a fairly favorable environment for tornadoes anywhere from Oklahoma back into Texas.
That's the whole line of storms that are firing up right now, too.
Most of our storms in the Midwest are going to be elevated with hail and wind. There will be a low tornado chance, though, if any of those storms are able to become surface-based. As we go,
there you go. I don't know if this is just the interference, but it looks like, yeah, there's just interference, a whole line of interference with the storm right here. You can see it going through. Kind of pops up and make the velocities look strong at that point, even though it's not. It's just a bunch of interference messing with the radar scan. So that's the latest storm that just popped up down here in Texas. So if anybody's just joining in, we have a whole line of storms forming up. They're popping off right now. And we'll pull up the map again for our day one tornado threat. As Max was just talking about, there's not a very high chance of tornadoes, but it's possible. But this is basically our 2% chance for tornadoes throughout this area here, and 5% in the red. Things are popping off and starting to fire up now. That hail core is absolutely massive. That's insane. I don't know if it's actually that big or just the radar interference is making it look that big. But that's nuts. That's a huge hail core. I'm going to go back up in Oklahoma. So this is the one that National Weather's been watching very closely. Looks like it's gotten a little weaker, but it's still rotating pretty good. They're measuring the rotation from 3,200 feet all the way up to 13,000. You could look at the 3D view on it again. So we got a bunch of hail here, a little bit here and here. There's hail all over in this. This thing's got to be a nasty storm. I wouldn't mind. I wish Max was streaming right now. I'd like to see a highway view of it. He's always really good at pulling up the highway views of the storms. Doesn't really look like it's gotten much bigger, but it's still cranking. Oh man, I have no clue. There's all kinds of storms. It looks like St. Louis is gonna get hammered by storms all night long, buddy. This one, is that our St. Louis radar right here? No, that's Springfield. Let me switch radars again. Where is it? That's Frederick, Tulsa, Oklahoma City. I guess I lost my radar over here. Let me pop one back over. KSRX. No, I have one already up here. All right, I'm going to connect to two different radars up here. Derek Jones, how you doing? When I have severe weather in my area, I now know what or not to do in any podcast live stream. Yeah, good stuff, bro. So, St. Louis. It's all the way up here. I mean, this whole line of storms coming. You got one that's going to be there in an hour or two. You got then all the rest of these are they're all going to come up near through St. Louis. You know what? I'm going to go ahead and hook up Hurricane Juice. Hurricane, I want you to be a really good mod and you take care of all the rude people for me, all right, buddy? Got my eyes on you, though. You're here all the time. I think you'll be a good one. There's your trial warning right now, brother. How you doing, Barney Porter? Is there any new people in chat that's concerned about their areas? Type city and state or county and state in the chat, and I can pull it up for you, let you know if anything's coming your way. Right now, we just have a big line of hailers basically heading northeast through the United States right here in the Midwest. I mean, the threat for today is basically showing you where all these hailers are going to go today. This is a tornado threat, but this is basically what we're going to see throughout the night here. Basically, hailstorms, thunderstorms coming through this area. And all these storms are firing off now. There was nothing going on an hour ago. Now all of a sudden we got a whole bunch of thunderstorms popping up all over the place. Nothing serious yet. No tornado warnings yet, but definitely have a lot of thunderstorms and hailers going. How you doing, Barney? Can you hear me? I think I said hi back, but how you doing tonight? So yeah, looks like all these storms are going through big cities. I mean, they're going to go through Springfield. They're going to go through St. Louis. I mean, all these towns. They're going to go near Oklahoma City. I mean, it's just a whole line of storms coming through this area. But yeah, if anybody's concerned about their exact area, just I'm not going to sit here and warn every single little city that's going to go through. But if you're concerned about your area, I'll look at it for you on Google Maps, and I'll kind of give you an idea of what's coming through. Yeah, it's pretty rare. We seen some pretty nasty weather in West Virginia about a week ago. Just got another severe thunderstorm warning just popped up right here, south of Springfield. And Springfield's included in it. And this whole storm's so close to the radar. Take a look at this big boy. Might be able to get a good view of this one. This one's grown pretty good. Yeah, I'm more here just to try to help out each individual person instead of just broadcast for, an entire audience. That's why I got Max Velocity and Ryan Hall linked in the description. If you want like a big overview of things, I'm just going to look at the tornadic storms that are happening. And if there's worried, people that are worried about their area, they type it in chat. I'm going to look it up for them. Because that's what I've seen a lot, all these big streamers, they're out streaming and stuff. And, you got 30,000 people on your stream and you can't help every single one. So, I just want to help those people out with weather anxiety because I have it too. I get scared when I see I'm in this like 2% tornado threat like this. If this is in Ohio, I'm like freaking out. I'm like, oh, I don't want to get hit by a tornado. So that's when, 5 years ago when I became disabled, I really got into watching weather and keeping track of it. You want me to zoom out? So right now, I'm connected to individual radars in each state. So we can only see like this far, right? We can only see this much in a circle. But I can see all the tornado warnings. But I can't see the storms down here from this radar site. I have to basically change tabs to a different radar. But like, yeah, right now I'm connected to the Springfield radar in Missouri, and we can just basically just see these storms near Missouri right here, and all these red polygons. These are basically severe thunderstorm warnings right now that National Weather has issued. Yeah, our whole line of storms is firing off now. So I have radars. Basically, I have a radar app set up in Texas, Oklahoma, and then this one right here in between Missouri and Arkansas right now to look at all the storms coming through here. So that's where these are all of our thunderstorm warnings right here. We got Benton County, Arkansas, Berry, Stone, Missouri, Texas, Cook, Montague, Hughes, Seminole, and Oklahoma. These are all of our severe thunderstorm warnings right now. I actually went to who won the neighborhoods the very next day before they were stopping people, and you could actually smell the. Oh my goodness, bro. That's not cool. That had to have been rough. I know there's been some really bad situations with tornadoes. That's in Birmingham. Yeah, I mean, there's been a lot of bad tornadoes in Alabama. Been a lot of bad tornadoes. Feels like so. Like, I'm gonna zoom out again. Oh, I can't really see it on this, but basically, yeah, your southern states like Alabama, St. Louis, Georgia, those like three states, they'll have like a second tornado season in the winter sometimes. They get it bad down there. So this is the storm down in Texas. Looks like it's moving into Oklahoma now. So we have two pretty decent sized supercells here. This one has a absolutely massive hail core. Where's James Spans? Where's he a weatherman at? Isn't he like Tennessee or something? Or is he in Alabama? I know I've seen him a lot on TV. Can't remember what state he's in. Yeah, it looks like this one's getting bigger. It's growing. Still can't really tell if it's rotation or just a massive. I mean, this whole measurement right here could be just the hail dropping down to the ground 50 miles an hour because it's like a big red glob here. Absolutely nuts. That is a big hail core. It's one of the biggest ones I think I've ever seen. The storm, the hail core is almost as big as the entire storm. Absolutely nuts. That's your hail core. Like this much of the storm's a hail core. It's insane. I would not want to get hit by this storm, man. I wonder. Oh man, I wonder if there's anybody find like a street cam for this storm. I want to see that hail. If anybody's good with that street cam stuff, link it in chat. That would be insane to see that. Not France isn't here anymore. want to see this storm again. I got to go back up to the Oklahoma radar. I'm sorry if I move stuff around to make it make you guys dizzy. I'm sorry. I can't help it, man. I have ADD and I'm mold retired and I can't see well. And I don't even say retired. I'm disabled, but Tulsa, Oklahoma. I want to connect to this one. ATLX. See this storm much better from this one. Yeah, it looks like this one's weakened big time. It's lost its shape too. Just a big old hailer. Yeah, National Weather stopped noting it and everything. I think we lost all our. It's been quite a few scans back since it was rotating pretty good. Just a big giant hailstorm. Three. All right, so these are the three storms that we have up here in Missouri. Oh, we got a tornado warning, guys. It's starting just right as I came up here. So we got a tornado warning up in Missouri. And you can see the hook. Which direction is this one heading? So this is heading directly northeast towards Rogersville, Fordland, Seymour, and this is in Missouri. So we have an actual tornado warning live right now heading northeast of Missouri. And this storm's actually going to be one of the ones that heads up towards St. Louis, it looks like. I don't know if it's going to go directly to St. Louis. It might go south or north of it. It's hard to tell at this point. But this one's moving northeast, and it is now tornado warning. Not sure if they have this tornado warning because they're expecting it to be like some QLCS tornadoes spreading up real quick. Tuscaloosa. Yeah, I remember watching them from Tuscaloosa. Let's actually look at this storm. I want to see what it looks like. It's really close to the radar, but I don't want to see its shape. The radar's kind of chopping off this top part of the storm. It's too far embedded back in there. I can't see it. I think there's too many scans back too. The 3D view is like 3 scans behind. Sadly, I don't know how to change it to basically see the 3D view of the current scan, but it won't let me. And keep an eye on this one though, because that is our first tornado warning of the day. Everything's really picked up though. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We have 8 severe thunderstorm warnings and 1 tornado warning. If there's any new people in chat and you're concerned about your area, just type in your city, state, or county and state, and I can pull it up for you. Let you know what's going on if there's any storms coming towards you. Actually, I want to pull up the power outages now, see if anything's getting affected yet. Power outages. Oops. Power outages. U.S. area state. Page you're looking for is not found. So this is Oklahoma. Storms are kind of going up here through Oklahoma. Don't really have anything going on yet with the hailers. We're not knocking a bunch of power out. It's going up through Missouri. Missouri. Yeah, really not nothing much going on in Missouri. I mean, looks like there was already some power outages up here in Harrison County, but looks like these aren't doing that much damage yet. I didn't check Arkansas. Yeah, all these are severe warned. TDS EF .2 top 759 feet, base 412 feet, strength 1.3, and they're seeing the rotation from 5,300 feet all the way up to 12,000. So there is like an embedded rotation in there. Las Cruces, New Mexico. Your NOAA radio station is down in Las Cruces. Hold on, let me pull that up for you. Is there any storms actually going on in New Mexico right now? It's over here. Cruces, New Mexico. All right, so you're right there in the tip of, you're near El Paso. I don't know how close you are, but getting lost there. Okay, here it is. Okay, so there's El Paso, Fort Bliss. Yeah, you're just north of Fort Bliss. I was there in the Army a long time ago. All right, let me switch my radar over there. I don't want to take that one. Take Oklahoma City. Okay. What kind of weather you got going on in Las Cruces right now? Is it raining? Snowing? I know they were getting snow in the craziest places last week. Like New Mexico was getting snow, I think. Yeah, buddy, you got clear skies in New Mexico. Dust storms. Dust nados out there in Las Cruces. Yeah, it looks like it's in pretty good shape out there, brother. You guys got pretty clear skies. It looks like that might be a really big rainstorm starting up right here by White Sands. Might want to keep an eye on that one. Yeah, it's looking pretty good out in Las Cruces. Looking pretty good out there, buddy. Glad you're safe. I'm glad I could help you. It's going to be scary when that radio goes down. There's a dust storm warning. Can we even see the dust storms on the radar? That's a good question. You probably can. You probably can. I actually want to look for a dust storm on the radar now just to see what it looks like. You need to come back in here when there's a dust storm or when I'm online. I want to try to see one. So that would be interesting. All right. Well, that's that big old hailer that we had right there. What radar was looking? So we got 60-mile-per-hour winds reported in Montego, Texas. 60-mile-per-hour winds and nickel-sized hail reported near Stonesburg. This one's still tornado warned. I don't know if we had like a breeze spin up tornado or something there. National Weather was reporting some stuff that was kind of something I normally don't see right here. So they're showing a top at 881 feet and a base at 404 feet. Like, did they actually have like a recorded rotation of that height? That's pretty close to the ground. I don't know how they measured that height too. Maybe it was like on a radar and wheels or something. Oh, that was a few scans back. Yeah, these shape of storms like this definitely are the ones that kind of do the quick little pop up tornadoes that are they come and go before it even gets warned. So Bentonville. That's our only tornado warning at the moment. So spin up hailer. Springfield, Missouri. That's the one I'm on right now. I'll go back down to Frederick, Oklahoma. We're gonna have any more storms. Looks like we have another storm forming up right here. Just west of the one that's severe warned. Looks like this thing just came out of nowhere. I can't really go back that far. This one looks like it's really getting some rotation, but I just don't know if that's the hail. Like it's pretty nasty looking storm. Yeah, this storm right here, this is the one that had the 1.7 inch hail, 1.57 inch, or almost 2 inch hail there that went through. 65-mile-per-hour winds not too long ago. I think I could get a better look. I gotta get closer to this one. I know I was getting up better. I thought it was from KTLX. Yeah, let's go there. Yeah, this storm was nasty. It's kind of changed its shape. It was looking like a big supercell with the hook on. Now it's just kind of just turned into that big straight line storm. Yeah, doesn't look like a discrete supercell anymore, does it? It's a big old glob of mess. We don't have anybody in chat that's concerned about their area. I think I'm gonna shut down the stream for now in case things start to pick up. Right now, we just basically have like big hailstorms and stuff coming through. Nothing too serious. Unless we start getting a bunch of tornado warnings, I want to try to help people out, but yeah. Warning text. Tornadic thunderstorm, which prompted the warning, has moved out of the warned area. Therefore, the warning has been canceled. Severe thunderstorm watch remains in effect until 3 a.m. Southern Missouri, southwestern Missouri. So, yep. Basically, they're probably just going to keep this thing mostly warm for the evening. I think it's probably going to keep possibly doing brief spin up tornadoes. It's my guess. Uptown Missouri. Let me check. Missouri. Why is that not? I'm not seeing an uptown. Did you say MO or MG? Uptown Missouri. Yeah, I'm not even pulling up. Where's Uptown at? What city is that in? Is that just like an area? Is it Uptown? The one you're talking about here? Just northeast of Springfield? This is where the tornado warning's at. Heading towards Upton. Hey Rowan, how you doing? Hi Rowan's girlfriend. That's my son right there. That's my real life son. He's coming in to say hi. Rowan, it's pretty mild tonight right now. The tornado threat really hasn't picked up. We just got like a big line of like basically hailers moving northeast through the states here, Oklahoma, Missouri, Arkansas, Texas. Just a big line of hailstorms, it looks like. Things started to look bad, so I figured I'd go live, but it's looking pretty mild. Houston, Missouri. I'm gonna pull up our this is our basically our 2%. The green right here is our 2% tornado threat for the night. The red's a 5%. So this is the chances where we may have a tornado throughout the night. Right now, we don't really have anything that looks that threatening. Just a bunch of hailing thunderstorms. Oh my gosh! Tell her she's silly. I don't want to pull up a big radar. What was that one website I was looking at? Oh, that Nate showed me. The weather streamer Nate. Something Weathercast. See if I can find it on my bookmarks. There was like a new website. It's fairly new that he was advertising. Can't remember the name of it. I could take a look at on Wonderground. I've always liked this website. I don't know why the rest of the map's not loading in. All I got showing is the storms right now. That's basically our line of storms here. It's not even loading in the world map yet. I'll let it sit for a minute. Houston, Missouri. Did I pull out? Let me pull up Houston. Houston, Missouri. Yeah, so you're directly, basically east, slightly north from Springfield. I don't know if I can see Houston here. Try to get a better look at Houston on the map. So this is 44. There's southeast of 44. See if I can. Should be on the GR map, but I don't see it. There's Clara, Bucyrus, Houston. Oh, I'm looking at the wrong radar. I'm so sorry. Let's go up to. Gotta go back up to the Missouri radar. Okay, here we are. Sorry about that. So they got this tornado warned again. I'm like, why can't I find Houston? Because it's right here on the different radar. So yeah, this one's actually heading towards Houston. Take a look at the storm track on it. This might directly into Houston, this tornadic storm. But this is just like basically we're talking like brief spin up tornadoes in this one. Just want to make sure you're inside, stay away from the windows. There's nothing that threatening looking on it. It looks like it's just a big windy hailer with a chance of a brief spin up tornado. If there is one, it's probably going to be really weak. Yeah, this is heading right towards Houston. This is actually probably going to make it all the way up to St. Louis the way it looks. Yeah, I think these are going to head up to St. Louis at some point. It's hard to see the whole storm track. I'm trying to get the other one to load in, but yeah, I mean, looks like they're heading basically straight towards St. Louis because you can see the rain showers out front. I mean, they're basically going right into St. Louis. So we may have a tornado warned storm go into St. Louis later on tonight. Go north more, northeast more. How far? Like St. Louis is right here. Here's Houston. Looks like Houston's probably going to start seeing some rain showers probably in the next 10-15 minutes. My guess is this storm's probably going to go north of Houston, though. It might hit Houston. It's hard to say. It's looking like it's heading right towards it. It might go more towards Licking and Edgar Springs, but if you're really concerned about it, I'll just stay on here and we'll keep watching this storm. Canceled all dust storm warnings approximately 3 hours ago. That's good news. You should have seen that tornado. I don't know if it's Brandon Kopic or whoever last night. The tornado with the tornado emergency, that was absolutely nuts. Like his whole windshield was covered in dust and mud. Then like the hail started hitting the dusty windshield. It looked so sweet. I've never seen anything like that before. That was a really good sight to see last night. It was near the tornado. Well, he was at the storm before it basically dropped a big tornado. It was just like a little, basically, like EF0 dust storm. And it started picking up right next to him, and it was just so neat. I want to see a dust storm on radar. I really do. Yeah, they're probably going to keep this warm most of the night. This bow echo right here, this is going to keep spinning up. It's got a big blast of winds too, I'm assuming. Yeah. So like we're moving at like 50, 60 miles an hour up in the air. So I'm guessing they're probably about 50, 60 mile per hour winds on the ground too as well. Or if I can get a good 3D view of this one yet. Still pretty close to the radar, but we can try. Now, this looks like a classic Bow Echo that does the brief spin up tornadoes. You're not going to see really anything on a 3D view with it. They come and go so fast. Yeah, that's where your highest velocities are here in this part of the storm, basically. Right at the front of it. What did you say now? When it comes to living in New Mexico, we are no strangers to severe weather. We've gotten it before in Virginia as well. What do you usually see out there in New Mexico? Were you the one that came in here like a week ago and it was snowing over there? I think you were. I remember talking to you. You were talking about the snow that you're getting out in New Mexico. It's actually crazy. We had some really wacky weather there a while back. So this storm lost all of its dignity. It's just a big glob of mess right now. Still a severe thunderstorm though, but it's crazy how fast this turned into this big glob, and it was like a rotating supercell like 30 minutes ago. Just completely falling apart. Yeah, I'm gonna go down here. I want to check these storms. They got a really big Harold core in that one down there still. What radar was I looking at? What do we have going on up here? You keep an eye on those storms. All these storms are forming up back here, further north in Oklahoma. It's like all kind of rain and everything's all forming up now. Let me go back down to Oklahoma City. Nope. This is the one. Yep. I don't even know which radar to look at right now. It's like smack dab in the middle of 3 different radars. I think Frederick, Oklahoma's probably still going to be our best one to look at it from. Am I connected to KTLX? I am not. Yeah, I am. This one's KTLX, but the view's not the best from this radar. It's pretty far away. Definitely got some rotation in this one, but just too far away. SGF issues severe thunderstorm warnings. Christian and Douglas counties in Missouri. Yeah, I mean there's going to be thunderstorms coming throughout all of Missouri and Arkansas and Oklahoma tonight. It's going to be nonstop. I think it's going to, according to Max, it's supposed to happen most of the night. Same with Ryan Hall. Oh, I see why this isn't working. And everybody's blocking ad blocker now, man. You can't have ad blocker anymore on anything. Work now? Still not paused it on this site, but it still won't load the state for me. KFDR. Yeah, I can't really see anything down here either. Yeah, that's really like our only threat right now at the moment is that tornado warning up here in Missouri. And they just dropped it. It's really nothing to worry about. It's nothing serious. Just a blast of wind and some hail. It's not enough to damage a house if it forms a. I mean, it could damage a house, but not enough to like destroy a house if it does a brief spin up tornado, knock over trees and tree branches and stuff. Very weak spin up tornadoes. Usually they get recorded like a gust of like 80 or 90-mile-per-hour winds or 100. It's actually just like a little brief spin up tornado that hits real quick. Yeah, it's not looking too bad, guys. If there's anybody else that has any concerns about their area, type in the chat now. But I think I'm going to go ahead and end the stream for the night in case it starts to get more crazy. And I'll hop back on here if we start getting some tornado warnings. I'm definitely going to keep track of the weather all night long. Obviously, I'm going to be watching the radars. But with our current situation, it's just not bad right now. I'm on here to help people, and nobody's really concerned about their areas right now. We're just kind of messing around looking at these storms and just some hail, man. Some hails and some thunderstorms. Nothing really bad. But I promise you, if it gets bad, I will be on here ASAP, and I'll start streaming again if we start getting some tornado warnings. Yeah, basically to end the stream off, just basically show what's going on. This is our tornado threat for the evening again right here. So we have a 2% in the green. So if you're in this green area, make sure you keep your phone nearby in case you get an Amber Alert. In the red, it's a 5% chance for tornadoes. Any of these areas in the green have a possibility of a tornado. So yeah, just be weather alert tonight. Keep your phone nearby because it could happen at like 2 in the morning or something when you're asleep. So yeah, and these storms are just all moving northeast. Thanks for stopping in, everyone. Please like and subscribe. I'm glad you hopped in here.